The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed on this program are the speaker's own and do not represent the views, thoughts, and opinions of the Bunk Collective and its affiliates. The material and information presented here is for general information and entertainment purposes only. This program might include strong images or language and may not be suitable for all audiences. This podcast was mainly created for fun and entertainment. And because we're the only podcast that has a big enough bravado to talk about all these. Viewer discretion is advised.
So, ladies, today I kind of lost in life. So, I've been having this acne issue, and this is something that we discuss, Ingrid. It's like prior, and it's like you see this, like you see that. That's a pimple patch. I don't know if you see it, if it's reflecting or not, but I have a pimple patch here, and this is not something that I normally put. It's like my girlfriend was like, "Oh yeah, get a pimple patch. It should be fine." It's like, and then I fell in love kasi ang daling mawala ng pimples and stuff. So great, right? So I bought one. I bought like 46 patches today, which is great. I'm not getting a breakout per se, but I lost in life kasi I finally have a skincare routine.
Why would that
At-
make you fail in life?
It just feels that this is not something that I imagine myself doing ever. It's like I never had like acne problems when I was young, and now I turned 30 years old. My body decided to become 13, and I'm having like a random pimple somewhere on my face, and it's horrible. And so I had like my girlfriend decided for me to, and plus my skin is really dry recently, and she was like, "Let's get you a moisturizer." And then see ate girl sa Watsons, she was like, "Oh sir, gusto niyo i-try yung cleanser." It's like, oh man, it's like it's not
upselling you
even
shit.
upselling me and stuff, and it's like it's not even the cheap kind that I got, which is horrible.
Yeah.
So I had to spend like I literally spent more than 1,000, like I think 2,000 pesos worth of product. And
pretty normal, I think. Pretty okay.
how is that normal, everyone? That is not normal.
Ish. It's like more on the expensive side na. Kasi may mga local products din na.
Yeah, I got that. I got that brand too. It's like BY. I don't know what to call it. BYD BYS. It's like the American brand. I don't know. It's like they say that it's on the expensive side too, and I was like, oh no, come on, not this time. So I was thinking, as kind of like the topic, what's something you never imagined you'd be doing, but is now part of your daily routine?
Check my
Like
emails.
Yeah.
And
Check your emails.
be so dependent on emails and my Google Calendar. Like I was never like I thought email was for old people.
But you just crossed the border, Chelsea.
I
I
just
think.
crossed it. I'm here now and I always have to check it every day. Kundi wala. It's like part of my daily
Yeah.
routine. And if it's not on my calendar, it's not happening.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. So when we were scheduling this, Ingrid, I was like, "Oh, Chels, pwede ka ba na ganito?" Yeah, sure. Sige, I'll put it on my calendar. It's like, who does that?
I do.
Oh, right, I do. Yeah, right, exactly.
No, but it makes your
Crap.
life so much easier though. Like when I was
Super.
younger, like I would get overwhelmed with stuff that I need to do. Not even like for work or whatever, but also like daily stuff na I have to go have my checkup or whatever. Like I'd probably forget. So yeah, it helps.
It helps.
Yeah, like it does. Like Chels, are you the type of person like myself where yung inbox mo zero?
Yes. I could
Yeah.
never have my inbox piled up. I can't. I
Oh,
can't.
no, I can't relate.
Girls, I'm on leave right now. It's like I'm on leave on
Oh,
Thursday and
no.
Friday. So there was a time where there was a weekend and I woke up with 30 emails. It was like, did someone die?
Why do
Who
you
was
all
it?
need me?
Yeah, why do you all need me? It's like, please. I was like, my OOO, it says like, okay, I'm unavailable. If you need me, don't.
Yeah.
Right?
Fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, crap, man. So, you being the emails, Ingrid, there has to be something that you
Um.
didn't imagine doing.
Well, I mentioned like going to checkups and something about
Oh my
health,
god.
right? Like I take multivitamins like like maintenance now.
Oh, no.
Wait, not the
Legit,
maintenance.
legit.
No, not
No.
the maintenance meds.
No, cause
No.
I would feel the difference like if I don't drink my Immune Pro like every day,
Oh, I love Immune Pro. Oh
right?
no.
Oh my
Right?
god, you guys are old. What the
I love
fuck?
No,
Immune Pro.
cause you really notice a difference. Parang you feel fatigue, parang basta you
Yeah.
feel like overall weak if
Dude,
I don't
there's
take my
coffee.
vitamins.
Like, very, very unhealthy of me.
Yeah, I don't know if
I
it's like a placebo effect, pero yun nga, like I take my vitamins like every day. That's like the thing that changed. Like once
Chelsea, are you
I,
there yet?
yeah, I mean
No, I mean, are you there yet? Like, you take your vitamins
well,
as
you
well?
kind of have to,
yeah,
Yuki. Like you kind of have
I
to.
take my vitamins. At least my vitamin C, at least my Immune Pro, yeah.
Hmm.
You know, the problem with vitamins if you don't move is that you blow up. And that's what I did. So I did like 3 straight years of like Brazilian jiu-jitsu 3 times a week. And then
Mm.
the pandemic happened, and then I had to drink vitamins to boost my immune
Mm.
system. And I couldn't go anywhere. It's like
Mm.
you can't leave the house and shit. It's like, okay. So I put on like, okay, it was starting off as a couple of pounds and stuff, and then I blew up. So I mean, I don't know. That's why I was so weary at the start of the pandemic drinking vitamins, but everyone was doing it. And wala na sa Watsons, wala na sa Mercury Drug, plus you can't really go out. And sa barangay, I don't know if you can relate, but they give you this shady looking vitamin C. So,
Ano?
Barangay.
Ano yun? Ayuda, ganun.
oh, you ayuda, exactly. So they give you like ayuda with vitamin C and
Oh
shit, and
no.
it looks shady. It's
Yeah.
like that. It's like that paracetamol biogesic, right? So
Yeah.
there was this paracetamol that also came out called myogesic.
What the heck?
You guys don't know that? And then
No.
sabi ni who was that again? Si Jericho Rosales did like a TikTok saying na-try ko yung myogesic eh. Actually, okay naman siya. Wala namang side effect na nakita kong nangyari sa akin. It was so funny.
Actually, I remember
Oh,
that
no.
nga.
Right?
Okay, yeah, yeah,
Benta.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh
So,
no.
yeah. I don't know. It's like I just felt like this could be a good topic kasi nga, this is not I've never had this problem until I turned 30. It's like probably 29. I saw that it was happening. Tas yung mga tagupay sa kilay, sa what do you call this? Patilya, ganun. And then it started to happen like on my chin, it's like on my cheeks, and I was like, maybe I need to moisturize.
Dude, if it's like happening, if it's like popping up all like around your jaw area, that's probably
Yeah.
hormonal. And if it's like here sa cheeks, how often do you change your bed sheets? That's what I want to ask.
I don't know.
getting
Like
personal.
every couple of weeks maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's pretty.
It's like we also have 4 dogs, so that might be.
Oh.
But they're hypoallergenic. They're Shih Tzus, so I don't know. I kind of hate it. Though I did like do the things like Ali, my girlfriend, was like, oh, you know Ali, right, Chels? So
Mm-hmm.
Ali was like, oh, let me show you how, and I needed to let her show me how, kasi nga I was doing it all wrong. It's like, dapat pala mga ganyan lang, gentle lang. And I was like, dude, I'm putting 3 things on my face. It's like, it's and I'm 30 years old. Not right now, Jesus. Anyway. Anyway, welcome to the Kingdom Podcast Season 4. My name is Yuki. Over here is Ingrid. And my gosh, see, she is like freaking back. I love
Woo!
it. We have a
Let's
ton of
get
things
it.
to talk about. please welcome back on the show, Spill the Soju's own Chelsea. Freaking A.
Woo!
Woo!
Let's get it. Let's go. Let's
Chelsea, what's happening
go.
with Spill the Soju recently? I know you signed with Anima Podcast.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so
Fantastic.
much. Yeah.
So, what's happening currently with season 4?
Currently, season 4, it's been a lot of adjustments internally. A lot of internal adjustments, I'll say, because nga, signed with Anima. So that's a big
Right.
shift in our work,
Mm-mm.
all of that, in our
The
process.
load. Yeah.
Yes. But our lives in general have gotten a lot busier. As I said, like Ashley's in Australia, Katie and
Yeah.
I have been working full time, and it's just been a lot. So you can see trend in season 4 is there's a lot of solo episodes. Like there are not a
Right.
lot of episodes na kompleto kami because of logistics and of time.
Yeah, that's
But
right.
it's a lot. But we are planning something really big. I hope it pushes through, but
Mm.
it's something. I'll say it here. Maybe let's
Ano
see.
to? Ano to?
Ooh.
It's a series that we're just still planning pa, but it's called Experts on K-pop. So we
Mm-hmm.
get industry experts that we know are also K-pop fans, and we have them talk about K-pop from their
Shit.
point of view.
Mm.
So, for example, we have connections in the dance community, in the health community, and all of that. So we have them come in and give their
That's
expert ideas
awesome.
That's so
on K-pop.
cool.
So yeah, we're still planning kasi nga everyday episodes pa lang nahihirapan na kami, but
Hirap na
yeah.
hirap na.
Um but yeah, hopefully it does push through because I'm so excited for it.
That's so
Yeah.
informative too. That it's like, oh, I wish that'll push through. It's like,
Yes.
a
Hopefully.
lot of
Yeah.
things to learn
Yeah.
from the
Exactly.
experts. Really
Mhm.
cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, logistics and time is really hectic right now, but it's like kudos to you. Yeah, I've been listening to the episodes, and you've been doing solos a whole lot. I cannot imagine myself anymore doing a solo show. It's so difficult too.
Like how do
Jeez.
you do that though? Like how do you manage the flow of like
I
the
just
whole
talk to
episode?
myself basically. I just I
Like you have
try
an
so hard.
outline.
Yeah, I have an outline. Kaya mas
Uh,
mabilis lang kapag solo episode kasi wala rin
That's
akong
true.
kaano. So, I think maximum ko for solo episode is like 25 minutes. And that was for the Twice concert because
ooh.
it was just me fangirling. But it's just
Yeah.
topics that I have most knowledge on. So like K-dramas, I do a lot of K-drama reviews kasi ako yung
Hmm.
K-drama enthusiast
Guru.
namin. And yeah, and then yung mga concerts and all of that. So that's what I do most of the time because the girls are busy. So
Yeah.
we have to
Right.
keep
Well,
the ball
yeah.
rolling. Yeah.
Kind of everyone is, but yeah. It's
Yeah.
like, you guys should follow them. It's like, where do we follow? No, let's get to that later. What am I talking about? But anyway, so Chelsea, welcome to the podcast. Welcome back to the podcast.
Thank you.
So, as you saw on the title, it's like this is a very tita generation, so it's called Titas generation, and we were formulating what the topics were, and it's like how we're gonna revolve around the topic, and it's like we're kind of old now. It's like we're kind of old and wala na tayo magagawa dun. It's like we're progressing every day,
And we're
and
still young. What do you mean?
it's like, okay,
Ikaw lang,
maybe
huwag mo
you
kaming
guys are
isama.
okay. Screw you, girls. So I'm kind of old now. It's like I've been at it for I don't know 13, 14 years in K-pop, and
Mm,
it's like it's a horrible hobby, like I said in previous episodes, but at the same time it has its perks. It's like attending concerts, seeing them live, really cool. But
mm,
there are things that we experienced back then. That's probably why we're still at it to this day.
yes.
So like I can't think of anything that could make me like give reason on why I'm still at it apart from because this happened or that happened. And there are things that happened back then that may not happen now, and it's the very tita in us na we can probably talk about
Yeah.
them.
Mm,
So as like the first topic, so there were trends that happened back then. Like TikTok wasn't really a thing. back then.
Mm-hmm.
Instagram was, very archaic in its infancy. Twitter
Right.
was really the thing, and Tumblr, I think, was
Yes.
the place to go to. So, as a topic, like, what were the trends back then that you saw that we kind of miss now? Because either we don't see it anymore, or there's not a substantial amount coming from it, or coming from the scene that relates to that. Let's go with Ingrid first. Ingrid, how say you? It's like, is there a
Mm.
trend back then na parang, shit, hindi ko na siya nakikita ngayon?
I wouldn't say it's a trend, but like what I noticed recently with K-pop, it's they have like schedules for all the promotions that they do now. Like I miss back then when like a company or like a group just out of us like out of the blue would release a teaser for a music
Yeah.
video like out of nowhere,
Yeah.
and then that would hype you up even more. But then now, like I think groups like they do teasers for each members, or they do teasers for their teaser, so
Mm.
kind of loses the hype, which like, I kind of miss.
Mm.
And yeah, it's probably one of the trends that I miss.
Yeah, kasi back then, it's like, there's no really real announcement apart from
Mm.
the teaser.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
just
And
drop
then,
it
like,
like out of nowhere.
yeah.
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 And everyone had to, I guess, like, you had to subscribe to it too. And it's like, para makita mo.
Oh
And
yeah.
Twitter was our thing.
Mm-hmm.
Kasi everything was on Twitter. It's like, someone will definitely see it. And, that benefit of having that surprise, I think, is something that's probably lacking in a sense.
Because
Yeah.
by the time
Mm.
that the actual music video comes out, like nawala na yung hype mo eh. Parang you don't really wanna, like you've
Mm.
seen so much of it already. And I get that groups nowadays are taking advantage of social media. Like right away they post like the chorus or like the dance challenge on TikTok
Yeah.
Yes.
before like the actual like song drops. So it kind of loses the hype, and like I don't wanna, like nawawala na yung element of surprise in a way. So but I
Agree.
get it. Like it's just business. It's all money. So it
Yeah,
is.
views
It's what
equate to
it is.
business too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So getting
Like,
getting more views, like more videos equate to more views will equate to more money.
mhm.
So yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
the
like
business aspect.
latching on to that. I also like realized that the whole debut parang nawa-water down yung actual debut ng group because of the
Mm,
amount of pre-release activities that they have.
right.
Na parang, oh, they have a pre-release song. Oh, they have another pre-release song. Oh, they have a
Mm.
teaser and all of that.
Mm,
That it all gets clouded. So when was their actual debut? I'll An example I would say would be New Jeans.
Mm.
Um,
mm,
'Di ba? Parang what was their actual debut song?
mm.
Um, ano ba yung nauna? Cookie ba?
No, no, no.
Attention
That's not
ata.
even a song.
Exactly. See, no, exactly,
Attention.
because di ba, Cookie was their pre-release single.
Mm.
So, na wala yung attention sa Attention, which is their actual
Pun
debut.
intended.
Right.
So, and a lot of groups do that now. So, parang nawawala yung the whole,
Mm-mm.
pag,
Ano ba talaga
The
yung title
magic.
track nila? Yeah, yeah. Ano ba
Yeah.
talaga
yeah,
yun? Yeah.
ganon. So, that's one thing.
So,
Mga-
from a fan's, it's like, point of view though, it's like, I don't mind getting more content. Don't get us wrong. It's like, more content is fine.
Yeah.
It's just that, like, it might be great to have that sort of surprise element.
Mm. Mm-mm.
Not,
Mm-mm.
it's like, have everything announced, because it's like, sometimes, like, you just need to surprise people. You don't have to. It's like, they already have the following, I think,
Mm-mm.
to benefit from. So I don't think it's like releasing their
Mm.
schedule and whatnot would benefit a whole lot of things. It's like,
Yeah.
it's
Another
anyway, but yeah. Yep, you
yeah.
were saying?
Another trend, I would say, or mga
Mm.
nakikita ko lagi na na-enjoy ko were parody covers
Ooh.
of
Yes, that's true. Yeah.
especially when the boy groups parody the girl groups.
Yes.
Yeah.
Though like and they don't like they take it seriously, as in the
Seriously
whole
too.
makeup and the costume
Yeah.
and the dresses and everything. Like I enjoy that. Sobrang miss ko yung time where we could all just have like a good laugh
That's true.
with those performances.
Like
As
sadly people are a bit like more sensitive to guys cross dressing, which is like another
I
topic I don't
know.
really want to touch
It's
on. But like
another
yeah,
topic.
it was
Yeah.
so fun to see your favorite like male idol dressed up as like a girl, like dancing to Girls' Generation. So
Yeah.
yeah, I get you. I get you. I miss that
it was
Yeah.
it was also kind of like an SM thing where SM really perfected the cross dressing parody, like
Yeah.
songs.
Yeah.
I think like SM really did it a whole lot with Super Junior, with Girls'
Mm.
Generation. It's like Girls' Generation also cross dress, like doing Sorry
Mm.
Sorry and
Mm.
things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like Sorry Sorry man, 1008. Jesus.
Also 2 p.m.'s Abracadabra and 2 a.m.
Oh
Oh yeah.
yeah.
That that that's it.
What what was the most
Basic.
iconic one for you, Chels?
That was
That one?
no, cause yeah, because they were doing the most, and like
That's
it
true.
was so funny. Then like the whole music video was just so funny to me. Yeah.
You put up a good point earlier, where they take it way too seriously, which is something that dapat, it's like I think that makes it funnier for the viewer, because
Mhm.
they take it way too seriously and it's just
Yeah.
really good and they don't really care. It's like
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
It's
The
like
way
I'm
they
gonna
commit
dance.
to it is like
Yeah,
the
the
best bit.
commitment
They're
Yeah.
is
still so
right there.
professional about it, which makes it a lot like funnier.
Yeah.
That's true.
Exactly. Yeah.
Definitely, for sure.
Yeah.
What I thought of the trend was like maybe more collaborations
Oh yeah.
from boy groups and girl
Mm,
groups. It's like we
right.
had that a whole lot, and this will probably bridge to the topic that we'll have later. Pero it's like, to preface it, you know how idols nowadays are kind of like really quiet and really parang,
They
what's
just
the word
keep
I'm looking
to
for?
themselves.
Yeah, they
Like
keep to themselves, and you'll see it on shows. You'll see it on music awards.
They're
Na
too
parang
media trained nowadays. Like they
I
have
yeah.
don't
to
even know if
seem
media
they have
trained.
to seem so, I don't know, chic, or I don't know.
Mm,
Sure. Yeah. But it's
mysterious.
like you can react to it, and you'll see the older idols na parang, oh, whatever. It's like, oh, let's have the same table. It's like I don't really care. But the newer groups, like there's always that kind of, I don't want to say fear, but it might be fear of,
Yeah.
because everyone's like putting them in a scandal
Right.
dating
Yeah.
news
Yeah.
together.
Like they can't be
It's like,
Yeah.
seen with
oh,
female idols.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And it
Like
goes both ways.
yeah. Fans these days would have a heart attack over We Got Married.
Oh yeah. We had an episode
They
about that, diba?
can't.
Imagine.
Yeah.
Imagine if
Mm-mm.
fourth
Diba?
gen idols now.
Mm-mm.
My
Oh
god.
my gosh. I honestly want that to happen just to see the fans' reaction towards.
Reactions, yeah. You wanna
It's
like
like the,
just eat popcorn like watching them like fight over each other.
I
gee.
know.
Oh, I
Yeah.
remember too. Was it that Henry that kissed his partner? Damn,
Wait, who
that would
was
have
Yeah.
paired with
been
Henry
awesome.
again? Forgot.
The
Oh,
basta girl group rin siya eh.
girl group nga
Oh.
rin siya. Henry, we got married.
Live na live po
It was
tayo.
Yewon, Kim
Yeah.
Yewon.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
is from Jewelry.
Oh
She was so
yeah.
pretty. She was so
Yeah.
pretty.
And I think yun rin eh, with the interactions, it doesn't help that the idols and the companies can just use YouTube as their form of entertainment, because before
Entertainment.
you
Mm,
have to be on cable TV,
Yeah.
you have to appear on shows,
that's
and
right.
dun sila nakikita-kita eh, 'di ba? Silang mga idols.
Yeah,
And now they could just opt for the more lower budget option, which is YouTube,
yeah.
and they could just silang idols lang yan in the same group. So that can be fun, yes, but like iba pa rin yung group interactions pa rin na iba-iba sila. Yun. Kaya,
Well, do you think it'll benefit the collective fandom, like fandoms,
Mhm.
kung if
mm,
we see them interact with more people?
I
I think
think.
it's
Nowadays,
I think it's
nowadays,
pretty split. I think it's pretty split.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
I think more like international fans would be supportive of that, but then Korean fans would probably
Yeah.
go ham.
Mm,
Yeah.
Yeah.
oo nga, yeah.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
Like Korean netizens are like rough, you know. It's
You're
like you
toxic
can be
as fuck.
rough, pero they're just like. Plus, they speak the language, right?
yeah.
So it's like that's their
Yeah.
benefit, obviously. But they can be
Mm-mm.
like super rough. Have you? I've been watching like news from
Mm-hmm.
Korea. So I was bored one time and I was just watching news and there were subs and stuff. Like you can see it's like on Reddit, on Twitter, on like I don't know where, and they are just going ham. It's like, what is this? Blah 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 blah. It's like,
Mm.
why did you shake hands? It's like, come on.
Ooh. Ay, kapag groups na same sex,
Mm,
it's mas madali. But
Mhm.
then if you girl group and boy group, bigla na lang.
mm-mm. That's right.
Taranta lahat
Like
eh, no?
Oo. My
that,
gosh.
that's why I love. That's why I love Card. Their fandom
Ooh.
is their
Yeah.
fandom's pretty cool, pretty chill. You know,
And you could
Yeah.
it's
really
like you can.
see they're like brothers and sisters talaga how they
Yeah.
interact with each other.
Sobrang
So
Mm-mm.
sibling energy ng card.
yeah.
That's right. So I don't know if Akmo is feeling the same way. It's like, but they're like literally just brother and sister. I don't know. So
The G
I don't
Dragon
know.
effect. Have you
Ah.
heard of that? Jeez.
For the current regime, I think it still benefits them. Na they're seeing all this content. I think not only for the current regime, but for all of us. Although yun nga, it's like you pointed it out correctly, Chelsea, when you say it's like it's a lower budget. There's not much effort that needs to happen. Kasi nga, this is not a show. It's like you don't really have to be all pretentious or parang impress people
Mm.
kasi you're interacting with other people.
Mm-mm.
I said this in the previous episodes. Like that's why I love Running Man as a show.
Yeah.
Kasi shows like that don't really. It's like they may have it's like a
Mm.
it's like an outline of what's gonna happen, like the games and stuff. But all of the interactions, it's like it's just them, you
Yeah.
know, and there's really no pretense coming from the host. So it makes the idols, I think, like if I were in the idols position, it would make me more comfortable just having a conversation and not being like all high and mighty about it.
Mm.
Mm. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Because it's not really a show for you to be like it's not the buzz for here for the Philippines, you know? It's like
Uh-uh.
it's not a talk show.
Yeah.
But you talk a whole lot and you react to what they're doing, and it just like lacks the pretense that a lot of shows that doesn't have the same kind of concept
Mm.
really has.
Mm.
Another show that I thought of since you brought up Running Man, the whole you guys remember Intimate Note?
Shit.
That
Yes.
it's a
No.
show. Well, basically, it's a show where they get members of the same group, and the awkward people in that group. It's basically a show to make them become like to get them closer to
Less
each other,
awkward. Yeah.
less
Mm.
Hmm.
awkward. So fans these days, I don't think they can accept the whole concept of, oh, they're awkward. Like two members of a group are not awkward. They're supposed to be family. They're supposed to be
Yeah,
best
right.
friends, and
Mm.
all of that. We're in like literally an intimate note, like even Girls' Generation, Super Junior, like all those big groups had to go there because there were
That's true.
members that were awkward with each other.
Mm.
Yeah.
So
And that was not even super early in their career. They're in
yeah.
their like second or third year when they appeared on Intimate Note.
Mm,
So it's like that's the humane side of it, and also it's like you pointed it out where we don't really know if they're okay behind the scenes too. It's like
Mhm.
also it's like especially in this new generation, we're currently now in fifth gen, you know, and they'll be debuting groups that are I don't know, I might be exaggerating. It's like we'll probably have members that are like 12, 13 years old at this rate, right?
yeah,
Sadly, yeah.
Baby
sadly.
Monster has that, like a 13-year-old, I think.
Yeah.
Crazy.
A2K, right? A2K, Ingrid?
A2K has a 13-year-old, but then they haven't debuted yet, so most probably they should be 14, 15 by then, but that's still pretty young.
Yeah.
I mean, they're now international age, so it's not really, it's like the Korean age now. So if they're debuting next year, she'll be 14, and
Mm.
14 is
Baby.
Hella young,
like
yeah.
babies. Like, what were you doing when you were 14? Puta, I was in freaking second year high school at 14, trying to find where saan ako kukuha ng intermediate pad. You know, it's like there's really, it's like 14.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wala.
Jeez.
really like
Tumatanda
that.
na talaga tayo.
I had a friend who was 14 that wasn't even circumcised yet at 14. So
Oh my god.
I don't know
Oh.
what's like. It's like regardless, you know, it's like regardless of the fact that like if it's a boy group or a girl group at 14 years old,
Mm.
the pressure of being an idol, and I'm speaking out of like being someone older and just thinking of these people, thinking of these kids.
Mm.
It's like they've been training since, like, training is a different thing. Sure, you can train, fine, but having that spotlight, you're on the limelight already at that young age, and you know
Mm.
how ruthless K-pop fans are. It's like
Mm.
we're kind of ruthless here on the podcast too. It's like I'm very critical when it comes to Ive. I'm very critical when it comes to Twice. Well, Twice is kind of older, so that's probably not a good example. But it's like Ive, New Jeans, even. It's like I hated Cookies. Like it was
Oh, me too.
just like,
Me too.
yeah,
I
it
was
was just a
uncomfortable.
song. Yeah, exactly. That was the term. It's like, what am I watching? What am I listening to? I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
And they're
Na
denying
ano
it
ako sa
so hard pa.
That
It's
Yeah.
right?
not about it, yeah.
It's like, are we stupid? It's like, are you crazy? So I don't know. Things like that where
Mm.
I think we had it better in a sense.
Mm.
Although I'll be at Chelsea that I think back then it was still more toxic
It
compared to
was.
now.
It
Mm.
it was.
Mm-mm.
I mean 13-year-olds, 14, 15, 16-year-olds don't have it the same way Boa did when she was
Shit.
Mm.
Yeah.
um so that's like she was in Japan by herself and she didn't know much of the language and she was
That's
already
Yeah.
true.
having to go solo and doing all of these things when she was that age. So, and like them growing older now, and even Taemin, who debuted when he was
Mm.
like 14, 15,
14,
14,
yeah.
15. Yeah.
like they all say they all don't recommend, you know,
Not at
debuting
all.
that
Yeah.
young
Yeah,
because
even Yuna from 4 minutes said so herself too na.
Mm.
mm-mm, 'di ba? Because I like the toll it has on you and like your mental health and even your physical development. Like
Mm.
it's gonna take its toll. I did an episode on this in the podcast before, and then I ran some numbers. I don't have the specific number, but from all the groups that debuted in 2021, 2022,
Mm-hmm.
around
Mm.
30% were minors under the age of 18.
Jeez.
And
What?
then in this is so heartbreaking. In that around 30%, around 80, 70% were girls.
Wow.
Damn.
So that when I saw that I was like, "Oh gosh, there's something's wrong." So
Mm.
and we're not addressing it.
It's
It's
like
gonna
I
na-shock
said
ako.
this, or I said this, right, Ingrid? You could probably remember where it's like, from a business aspect, I can understand why,
I get it. Yeah.
Mm.
they debut them at that young age.
Yeah.
Because you're it's like you're probably at a 21, 22, which is still the prime of your physical self,
Mm.
Mm.
and you're already in your fifth, sixth year, which it's like experience with that, with being on your prime would definitely benefit them and the agency.
Yeah.
So It's just a matter of taking care of them to see if they actually renew. Kasi nga, there's that thing where you can only have 7 years as your first contract, and then that'll depend now kung gusto mo pang i-continue yun or whatnot. It might be different now, but it was what it was back then, and we can see it as late as twice even, where they re-signed after their 7th year, and now they're pushing to their 10th. Kasi ang pagkakaalam ko is their contract currently is for 3 years.
Yeah. It's actually their anniversary tomorrow, so they're gonna be 8 years.
Oh shit!
Wow,
Jeez.
happy
Happy anniversary twice.
Good shit. Okay, so, well, let's get to our break first, and then we can talk about like some of the other topics really quickly before we get to the main event, because I'm trying my darnest here. Because Chelsea and I, it's like we talk a whole lot, and it's like you and me too, Ingrid. It's like we talk a whole lot, and we're just trying to control the time here. So let's get to our break first. When we come back, more of the Kingdom Podcast Season 4. Don't go away.
Hey everyone, this is Mo Twister, and you're listening to the Kingdom Podcast with the voice DJ Yuki.
What's up, Kingdom fam? Yuki here. Have you ever dreamt of sharing your voice with the world, discussing your favorite K-pop hits, or diving deep into the world of K-dramas? Well, podcasting is really the way to go, and Zencastr is here to make that journey seamless and enjoyable. Zencastr is the all-in-one solution that's revolutionizing the podcasting world. Whether you're a seasoned podcaster or just starting out, Zencastr ensures that creating high-quality audio and video podcasts is as easy as a click. With its web-based platform, you can record, produce, and publish studio-quality content all from a single dashboard. Let me tell you, it's not just about recording. Zencastr's post-production magic will have you sounding like a pro, removing those little ums and ahs and even those occasional awkward pauses. Plus, with Zencastr's multi-layered backups, you can have peace of mind knowing your recordings are safe, even if your internet decides to take a little break. And of course, for our Kingdom Podcast listeners, we have something special. Use our exclusive code, TheKingdomPodPH, and get 30% off your first month of any Zencastr paid plan. Dive into the world of podcasting with Zencastr and let your voice be heard. So, Kingdom fam, are you ready to embark on your podcasting journey? With Zencastr, it's not just about podcasting. It's about creating, sharing, and inspiring. Visit Zencastr.com and start your journey today.
Hey Kingdom fam! Ever felt like you've danced to one too many K-pop songs and need a hydration boost? Or maybe you've just binge-watched your favorite K-drama and forgot to drink water. We've all been there. Introducing Liquid IV, the game changer in hydration that'll have you feeling refreshed faster than your favorite K-pop group's comeback. But wait, it's not just about quenching your thirst. With Liquid IV, you're getting a hydration powerhouse. One stick in your water gives you 2 times the hydration, 5 essential vitamins, and 3 times the electrolytes of those other sports drinks. And let's talk flavors, from sea berry to strawberry lemonade and even pina colada. There's a flavor for every K-pop era. And here's the best part. For our listeners, we've got a special treat. Get 20% off your Liquid IV order when you use our exclusive code, TheKingdomPodPH. That's right, stay hydrated and save some cash. So next time you're jamming to your favorite tunes or deep into a K-drama marathon, remember to hydrate the K-pop way with Liquid IV. Cheers to better hydration!
You're listening to the Kingdom Podcast. All episodes are available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. The OGs are back.
Welcome back to the podcast. You can go to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all in the same name, at the Kingdom Pod PH. You can follow me on Instagram at Ukemeister. For Ingrid here, Instagram at Ingrid Marie, IIEE. For TikTok, for Instagram, it's Ingrid Marie, IIEE_. And then you can follow her on TikTok at Ingrid Marie, IIEE. Chelsea, where can we find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Chelsea Toledo, on TikTok at _Chelsea Toleds. And you can also find our podcast on your favorite podcast streaming platforms. After listening to this episode, go check out Spill The Soju Podcast. You can also follow us on at Spill The Soju Podcast on Instagram and Facebook, and at SDSPodPH on Twitter or X, whatever you call it. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Ingrid, their first Twitter got like banned for some
So
reason.
annoying.
Why?
It's like with thousands of followers
Oh,
already.
shit.
Yeah, dude.
Why?
We hate Twitter. We don't know.
Yeah. We're kind of
Wala na
veering
lang.
away from it as well, Chels. Kasi
Yeah.
it's becoming way too shady.
Yeah, we're focusing na talaga on Instagram because
Yeah,
that's
us
where
too.
we get the most
Instagram and
engagements
TikTok.
anyways.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, yun.
That's right.
So, wala na lang.
Yeah. So,
Supplementary na
yeah,
lang.
nagsisi ka ba na nawala yung first ano mo?
Dude, we worked
Oo
hard for those
naman.
followers, man. We held giveaways and stuff.
That's
and
true. Oo nga. Yeah, you did. You were giving out albums too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wala. So,
Ganun
yun.
talaga eh. Kapag
Wala.
ano talaga, tapos ngayon nagsisisi ka. Wala.
Uy!
Wala
Pineperahan.
na, hindi na pwede.
So in 11
Kasi,
days, welcome back to
11
the
days
podcast,
kasi.
everyone. So we're talking about being
Okay.
titos and titas in the current regime of K-pop. Now, there are probably kind of iconic songs back then that are still very much like, present in our lives. It's probably on your playlist, it's like no judgment. But what are cringe K-pop songs that you were listening to back then that you actually enjoyed?
That I enjoyed.
Okay, like you can say songs that you enjoyed and then songs that it's like, why am I listening to this? This is trash. Okay, maybe not trash naman, pero it's like
I have one na I was just cringing the whole time. Orange caramel.
oh my god, I was gonna say
Oh.
too. I was gonna say orange caramel too.
Is it that
Yes.
one?
Yes.
It's orange caramel.
Yun ba yung may intro na ha! Gumagano siya?
Yeah.
Catalina ba yun? Basta
Yeah, I think it's
Oo,
Catalina, yeah.
Catalina. That song, I see the vision. I see it.
I don't.
I just was just confused the whole time. Kaya
Yeah.
ayun. Yun siya for me.
It was a bit
That song
outlandish.
top of
Orange
my
caramel is a trip that everyone should not experience. So like, I love after school. They're from after school, diba? It's like, don't get me
Yes.
wrong. It's like, I
Si
love
Nana
after school.
nandun.
Yeah. Nana, number one, most beautiful face, Nana. She was there. But she was doing, ha! Ah! It's like doing her Bruce Lee impersonation. I don't know. It's like,
And the costumes too were so
Yeah, like
outlandish.
the puffy
It's like
dresses.
they also dressed up like salmons.
Yes.
It
Yeah.
was so weird.
Naka-plastic.
Oh.
Hindi ko kinaya yun. Hindi ko talaga kinaya yun.
It's like probably you guys don't hate it. I hated Orange Caramel as a subunit, as a project. Oh my god, like I felt like they could have done like a decent sub. It's like something like TTS from Girls' Generation, right? That you saw as a subunit, probably all-time most successful subunit all time.
True.
Agree.
But it's like they could have done something like that because these are singers too. Nana, Lizzie was there. It's like these are
Lizzie. Yeah.
very prominent figures in the K-pop community, and then seeing them just do that is just, at least for me, it damaged their image at that time.
I agree.
Yeah, as a fan, like it's kind of damaging. So yeah, for sure, cringe. It's like while you're searching, Ingrid, what's cringe for me was Fantastic Baby. Okay, one sec. Chels, I know because she's a VIP. No,
Excuse you.
wait lang. There's a reason why. Alam niyo kaputukan ng Aldab.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Okay,
In that context.
Makes
I
sense.
don't hate the song. I listen to Big Bang.
In that context.
Yeah, pero why it's cringe? Kasi everyone, it's like you listen to. It's like, guys, what's currently happening with Aldab right now? Right? They have kids.
Tito Boy.
Ganon. They have kids and stuff. Na nagpinasal sila somewhere. I don't really know. It's like there are people that follow them. They even have their
Die Hard.
national
album.
anthem. Die Hard Aldab. National anthem being Fantastic Baby, most probably. And then,
Di ba God gave me you?
oh, probably,
Oh
yeah,
my
God gave me you.
God. Tsaka that
What
like
a, oh, guys, what a song too, right? What a song. God Gave Me You was an awesome, like really beautiful song. But then you listen to it and then why it became cringe for me. Yung Fantastic Baby, no hate on Aldub, although I wasn't really a fan. I wasn't watching. I don't hate it though. But what I hate is I'm a K-pop fan at that time. And then you see like 50, 60, 70-year-old women doing Fantastic Baby, knowing it. Kasi nga, Aldub kept on playing it. And they played it not once, not twice. It's like they play it at least 5 times every episode.
Yes, sir.
yeah.
So
Yes,
I
sir.
can't. I can't. It's like anything funny, Fantastic Baby, this. It's like, oh man, jeez.
I was
It's like
about to throw hands, my guy. It's like,
no, no, no.
what do
So
you
you,
mean?
you know I'm a big VIP, Chels, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
in that context, that's why
Yeah,
it
I
became
get it.
cringe for me.
Makes
Gets.
sense.
Like it's still cringe for me now, even after
Yeah.
Aldub. Because that's all I remember. I don't even remember the GD's bangs, yung kulay ng kilay ni Top dun sa music video.
Yeah.
I don't even remember those. It's like what I remember is just Aldub.
Ano nga
Yeah.
yung segment nila where they go to like different houses of the people.
One for all. All for
Yeah,
One
one.
for all. Yeah, all
And
for
you see
one.
all these
Yeah.
like old ladies dancing to it. Naka-duster.
Oh, it's like a Fantastic Baby. Ah, puta, the Fantastic Baby. It's like, oh no.
Salamat po, bossing!
Alam mo yung meron pa dun sa One for All or All for One. It's like, what's up, madlang people? Tawa ako ng tawa.
Oh no!
Wrong network. Wrong network.
Tsaka nagsasabi, salamat po, Kuya Will.
Ay,
And
nako. Yun.
back then, Bulaga was really something back then.
Yeah.
Back then.
True. Back then.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Right now, yeah, not really. Okay, anyway, so yeah, cringe. Just cringe for me. Ingrid, anything?
I mean, I have my fair share of songs I find cringe, but then I'm the type kasi, you know this Ukes, right? Like, I'm the type to love shitty songs too because they're so
That's true.
cringy. So, okay, probably I wouldn't have like one specific song, but like basically all of Korean pop's like songs.
Yo! Yo!
Yun talaga eh. Like, I was trying to remember, like, I was searching. I forgot Bar 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 also, like, one of their songs. And they had this one song na, oh shit, parang it sounds like Catalina eh, pero
Yeah,
I forgot.
I don't get what Korean pop is, you know? It's like
Dang, yun ba yun? Oh my gosh, ang
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah, it's jumping. Yeah. It's bar bar bar. I don't get Korean pop in general. They're probably a cringe group. I don't know. It's a project group.
I think
No
it's
hate on them. No hate on them. But they attended Mama with helmets. Can I just say that
Yeah! Look, red carpet ba? Nag-red carpet sila
they
daw eh.
did? Yeah.
Oh, you had to be there. Oh, gosh.
They were like along with other idols there, and who was there when they appeared? Hyori was there. Freaking Sohyun and Hyoyeon of Girls' Generation. 2PM was there. Big Bang was there. 21, and they were like just like a sore thumb
Helmets.
with helmets.
I mean, they were going for that. I mean, and it worked also.
Yeah.
So, I
Sure.
wouldn't say...
Recall.
Oo, like I don't think they're paano ba, like a parody group, but more of like a trot pero also a parody group. Kasi some of their songs sound a bit like trot.
Parang sinasadya
Like
na.
Oo.
Okay, I hear ya.
But then I also enjoyed it a little bit.
I mean, yeah, okay, fine. It's like I'm not gonna lie. I did jumping
I don't
whenever
mind.
I
don't
hear
mind
it,
kind
you
of like
know?
dancing to their songs, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
very Korean pop.
Yeah.
It's like don't get me wrong, it's cringe, but I did enjoy like watching them perform because they're very in sync too. It's like from dancers, like
Yes.
from a dancer's perspective, Chels, right? I mean, they're very in sync. It's like they're up there, kinda.
Can we also choose like songs na we love until like this day. Like till this day, we still listen to it. Like
So
ano
many.
yung cringe song that you think other people might probably be like, ano yan? Kunyari yung mga fresh sa K-pop, mga bago na nakikinig lang ng K-pop. Like, if you let them listen to it, you'd be kind of embarrassed to like let you let them hear it.
I have one. I have
But then
one.
you love it.
Yeah, I have one. I have one. Really good one too. Ingrid is gone again.
Nawala na naman
There
tayo.
she is.
Yeah. Okay. I have one. I have one.
Mm.
Heartbeat by 2 p.m.
Yo! Yo!
I love that song, but I don't want people listening to it. Kasi,
Listen to my heartbeat, it's beating for
Uh-uh.
you.
oh yeah, oh my god, that chorus is just like
And the zombie,
Plus-
the zombie.
this. It's like, what are you doing? It's so cringy. I love it. So yeah,
I love that song. I love Taekyon. Please.
I love to be.
Okay, women, you're old. It's like,
So are they. So fair play.
What about you, Chels? Like, what's the song na you
I'm
love till
s-
this day?
I'm looking at my playlist right now. I'm like, what is cringy?
her playlist is like
here?
50% second gen,
Yeah, dude.
20% fourth.
Yes, super like 10. Let's make it 10. Let's be honest.
Probably Ring Ding Dong.
I don't
Yeah.
Probably that.
look.
Yeah.
I like.
I love that song.
I don't love the song, but I don't hate it as well. It's like if I had to
Mm.
pick something from Shiny that would probably be cringe, would probably be that for good
Right.
reason as well, because they're banning it during exam week.
Never.
It's like
Never listen to.
if the government is banning listening to Ring Ding Dong while you're taking exams, then there has to be something there, you know?
But when that song came out, like there was just something about it. I kept listening to it. I kept watching like the music video. It was so addicting. So until now, parang I don't really mind. But then again, like I wouldn't want my new K-pop friends to to
To
listen to
listen,
it.
yeah, exactly, yeah. Chelsea, do you
Like,
have
yeah.
one?
I have such good taste in music. I'm having such
I love it. I love it.
No. Yung sa akin, kasi hindi ko siya kinakahiya. But it's just Who You by GD. Yung
Oh no, that's a good
That's a
song.
good
good
song.
song. That's why I'm like,
love you.
hindi ko kinakahiya. But okay, let's pick a random one from here.
I have one another. It's like I have another one, Chels. I said this on the podcast recently. It's like Kissing You from by Girls' Generation.
Lamau, my guy.
It's like what a song. What a song I
Um,
skip every time it comes up.
Yeah. I'm having such
You
a
know-
hard time.
It's not even a bad song. It's like, okay, don't get me wrong. It's like for all the so ones there. It's not a bad song. But the music video is just so cringe. It's like Kissing You, babe. It's not a bad song, pero it's like I don't know. It's cringe. Oh, you have
Oh,
one?
She found one.
teen top songs.
Oh shit,
That's so. Oh my god.
Dude.
I
Stop it.
forgot about Teen
Oh,
Top.
yo,
I
the
totally
soup.
forgot about
La,
Teen
la,
Top.
la, la, la.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, so good. I love that.
electronic music.
Ah, Teen Top.
Crack, crazy.
You know, it's like Teen Top
So
was
good.
up there for me. Where whenever I talk about the second, third, like probably just third gen boy groups, it always occurred to me na parang Teen Top was going to be up there when it comes to the conversation of
Thought so too.
being the best, one of the best boy groups out there. Because it's like it was at that time it was EXO, like 2 p.m. BTS wasn't even there yet. BAP was there. And so like whenever I listen to Teen Top, it's like they have such like high regards even from their peers, and the
Mm-mm.
songs weren't bad, but yeah, it's like totally
Yeah,
bit
it's
cringe now.
it's the teen top songs. I love those.
Just Teen Top. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
That's true. Um, speaking of like when we were talking about people that we also kind of like, the cringe K-pop songs. So we're talking about first, second gen. It's like I know we had crushes, but here's the thing: we need to name some of like the crush that we have that probably the younger links might not know of.
Huy.
Okay.
Because it's like if you mention like a household name, it's like, oh, it's Taeyang or it's GD. It's like they know who they are.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. So I can go first. Like my crush, uh, Jesus, Gina.
Oh, I
Uh,
miss her.
I don't know if you know her, Ingrid.
I
GNA.
probably don't.
Yeah.
I think you mentioned it last episode with
Mm,
Bobby also. Yeah.
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 Gina was like she's super cute. Son Dambi. I love her. Like Seven was up there too. It's like Seven as it's like like a soloist. He's a guy. Seven. I like him.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
probably them. Hyori is Hyori second gen?
She's
She's first
first,
gen.
so she's
Yeah.
still
She's
there.
first gen. Yeah.
Yeah, she's first gen. Yeah. So them specifically. Bada of SES was up there for me
Mm.
too. It's
Mm-hmm.
like because like I'm attracted towards vocalists kasi. So it's like,
Mm.
if ever that they're like really good at singing, then I'm probably all over them already.
Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Give
That
me a
was
minute.
difficult too because it's like I'm trying to get like unknown. It's like not unknown per se, but it's like people that probably the younger
The
fans
younglings
don't know
wouldn't be
of. Yeah,
familiar with. Well,
yeah, exactly.
since we mentioned 2 p.m., syempre, Taekyon, Taekyon, please.
Taken over Nikon, everyone.
Yes.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Yes,
It's
sir.
Taekyon.
Any
Um,
day.
I mean, like the younglings would probably know him for his acting, but then if na-discover mo si Taekyon like through 2 p.m., like yung
As
peak
an
nila
idol,
talaga
yeah,
as an idol before, tapos they would, okay, I'm sorry, this is like kind of thirsting already, but
thirsty.
like but like remember when they do concerts na ino-oil up pa nila yung bodies nila and everything? Yun talaga yun eh. Yun talaga
That's
yun.
not. It's funny that it's not even as taboo as you may think. It was happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or an even older one would be Kangta from HOT.
Jesus,
He was
Kangta,
Mm.
cute.
what
He was
the hell?
cute.
He has really good vocals too. Kangta, I love Kangta.
Yeah.
Plus,
Yeah.
like 2 p.m. as a group back then, they didn't really boy groups back then. They don't really show a lot of skin,
It was 2 p.m.
but
Yeah.
2 p.m.
And
showed a
Taeyang.
whole lot of
Mm-hmm.
skin. And
And
Taeyang,
Taeyang.
yeah.
Yeah.
Pero Taeyang wasn't really considered as someone muscular, someone buff. Pero because he's lean and it's like ang ganda nung
Yeah, he has an
proportions
appeal
niya.
kasi.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
And it doesn't hurt that he's talented as F. It's
Mm-hmm.
like
Yes. I will never
yes.
allow Taeyang slander ever.
That's
Yes.
true. Yeah. No to Big Bang slander. Yeah.
No. Okay. For me, kasi sikat pa rin kasi yung mga crush ko dati. So, ang hirap. Ang hirap.
I mean, it's okay. It's not, ano.
Yeah. I think hindi na kasi siya lumalabas ngayon masyado. Top talaga ng Big Bang.
There's something about him, no? It's like I feel like a lot of my female friends that are into K-pop really has top always
Yes.
until today top 3
Mm-hmm.
at
Kasi,
least.
kasi
It's the deep voice, and he's so
It's the-
tall.
yeah.
And you know what I love about him? It's his personality. Kasi
Exactly.
he's goofy as
so
fuck. It's
kengkoy.
like so kengkoy. It's like para siyang tambay sa kanto na lasing.
Tama.
Ganun siya. And
Tambay sa kanto na pogi. Gusto mo
Oo.
yun?
oh, yung
Amoy
yung ano,
amoy
yung
baby powder.
yung naghuhubad ng jersey kapag lasing na. Pili ko ganun si Top kapag ano siya. Mm-mm.
Mm.
I like Top. Can we consider Tiffany Young as not a household name?
Mas
So
yun
when
na
I
kasi.
think of
Oh, yeah. Well, actually, see you na nga.
Kasi
no.
it's like I can maybe say Tiffany Young as probably my ultimate OG crush in K-pop. Kasi I thought of her and I said her kasi said this in a previous episode. It hurts so much that she dated Nikon of all people.
Oh
Sa
my.
lahat pa talaga ng wedding.
It's like Nikon probably back then was the idol when it comes to face value.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh shit, ang sakit sa puso na nag-date ka. Putang ina, bakit siya pa? Alam mo
Nikon
yun?
pa.
It's like,
Sampal
of all people, it's like, it made me look like a raisinette. Alam mo yun? Parang,
Grabe ka naman.
Jesus. Of all people. And it's like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna wash my hands. I was the Lulu back then too. It hurt me like hell nung nalaman ko nagde-date si Tiffany. It's like it happens. It's like but over the years because we mature and stuff, like, times have
Mm-mm.
changed, your view of things also change.
Mhm.
So
Mm-mm.
that's why I say for the younger too, before we get to the last topic, I understand where you're coming from. I understand why you're toxic. I understand why you react that way. It's totally understandable.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Granted that it's not the right way to approach it kapag nagde-date na yung idol na gusto mo. But I as a fan, circa fucking 2012, 2013, totally understand where you're coming from. Totally. I was there. I've been there. Although hindi
Yeah.
naman ako nag-hate kay Nikon na parang, fuck you, Nikon. It's like, I'm not really doing that. But it did hurt like hell when I found out that she was dating. Plus dating
Mm.
probably put that like arguably the hottest idol in that
Mm.
in that era. So yeah.
It's okay, Yuki.
Fuck, it still hurts. Puta. It's like Nikon of all people, Jesus. Anyway,
Iniisip mo kaya, nag-holding hands kaya sila.
I was like pretty sure they were doing more than that, but yeah.
That should be me. Bieber.
Wow! Sobrang old school nun, Chels, ah. Napaghahalataan na edad, ah. How old was Biebs back then when he did that?
Wala, that was still pre-puberty voice, my guy.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
jeez. Anyway, so I wanted to touch on this to cap off the show. It's like, do you need time, Chels?
No, it's okay. All good.
I wanted to touch on this before we, like, as the final topic and then capping off the show with. I'm pretty sure that a lot of people will say that the second gen is actually the golden era of K-pop. But here's the thing, kasi golden might seem like it's the old era. Because it's golden, it's old. Well, it is old, but I want to use golden as parang it really is the best era.
Mm.
It's like because I've been through Gen 3. I'm currently living Gen 4. Now we're reaching Gen 5 and we still don't know, diba? It's like how it's going to look like. But second gen was just freaking amazing to experience.
Mm.
And you had to experience it firsthand. It's like it's different when it comes to us, like as as podcasters talking about Gen 2. It's different with you living it.
Yeah.
And it was the golden era, at least like for me personally,
Mm.
because I saw a lot of things in second gen that I'm not seeing anymore. So as the final topic, it's like, what are the current frustrations that you have in today's scene that probably we, took for granted back in second gen because it was so prevalent. And then you're looking at Gen 4 right now, and I was like, geez, where is this? Why is this not happening? I can go first while you're thinking.
Yeah.
Live singing.
Mm.
No one sings live anymore. No one sings live. Like concerts, no one sings live. Like not no one naman, pero it's like, you know, a
Big number.
majority. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
a
may
big
backing
number.
vocals sila. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like, so what's that called? AR removed? It's like I don't
Yeah.
know.
MR.
MR, sorry, fuck. So MR removed, it's like is something of a thing now. But you see idols now that are very reliant towards that. It's like I was browsing through TikTok, like a lot of second gen stuff, on my for you page, and pucha, you're seeing idols like hinihingal sila and stuff, and I totally appreciate that kasi they're stable still at
Mm.
a certain point. You know, to a
Mm.
certain extent, they're stable still while they're doing their dances, while they're doing a lot of stuff, and that's what I appreciate more back then that I don't see now. It's like literally, it's like I don't see it. It's like there could be like a handful, like just a handful of people or a handful of groups that sing live. Pero I'm not exaggerating when I say 90% of the current regime isn't singing live anymore, aren't
Mhm.
singing live.
Mhm.
So that's somewhat of a frustration for me. It's like there's a handful, probably Mamamoo still. It's like not probably. I know Mamamoo still sings live. I've watched
Mm.
them. They sing live. Narinig ko silang pumiyok. It's fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I just don't see it anymore.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sometimes you get to watch them or hear them sing live during encores lang. Or
Not
when they
even nga
Even
eh. It's like sometimes it's not
even
even eh.
then. Yeah.
You know it's bad when a second gen encore stage sounds better than a fourth gen
perform.
performance
Yeah.
stage.
Mhm. Mhm.
And it happens. And I was like, a prime example. I'm just gonna say the second gen group. I'm not gonna say who the fourth gen is. Okay, so just so we're clear, there was an encore stage of Mister Mister by Girls' Generation where they were singing live.
Is that
No
what
MR.
you sent me that no?
Yes, I sent you that. Yeah, no MR, nothing. It was just the instrumental. There was no backing vocals at all. And
Mm-mm.
they sang it in its entirety, fooling around with their fans, you know, holding bouquets, lying down, and just like freaking, it sounded amazing. Could have been like the stage,
Mm-mm.
but I don't see it anymore nowadays. Like I told Ingrid that it's like I sent her that video. Oh, tina mo daig pa yung ganto.
Mm.
Because there are groups that are
Mm.
very reliant. And look, I'm not gonna backpedal when I say that Gen 4 is just more talented in general compared to Gen 2 and 3. But they're so protected.
Yes,
That's why
sir.
I kind of hate it.
They're
Yeah.
coddled. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
coddled like
Yeah.
Yeah.
babies.
That's the word. Yeah.
That is the word. So yeah, I don't know. It's like, is this a frustration for you because we're super used to like live singing?
I I like my frustration is very similar to that in a
Mm-hmm.
way na parang okay, gotta especially dito sa mga bagong groups kasi
Mm-mm.
sa mga groups na to sa pandemic sila nag-debut.
Okay.
So, for these groups kasi giving them maybe it has something to do with the fact that they were active during the pandemic, that
Sure.
they're used to performing for the camera and not for an audience.
Okay.
Gets
True.
Yeah.
so they can perform, but they're not um they can't entertain or hindi sila sanay mag-entertain ng audience.
Okay. Yeah. Which is
So
different.
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
different, diba? Like you could dance, you could perform, but it's different when you have to entertain people,
A crowd.
a
Yeah.
crowd. Like it's way different. So I've gone to concerts of some groups, and sorry because I had my point of comparisons kasi ako
Uh-huh.
and it's quite obvious that they're not trained for it
Yeah.
yet. Maybe yet. I'll say that yet. because they're still starting out there. So they're
Mm,
gaining experience pa eh. But I think that that has a major thing to do. But
mm-mm.
yeah, I mean, even in award shows, let's say,
Mm.
Mama back then, it was the award
Shit.
show.
That's
Yeah, it
right.
was the shit.
Like
Yeah.
we would drop everything what we're
To
doing just
watch.
so we can watch Mama. It was
Mm-mm.
so exciting. We have no clue who's going to win, and all
That's
the
true.
Mm.
performances were so good, and like it was a great use of 3 hours or how many hours we were
Mm-mm.
watching. But now ang boring na. I'm so sorry. Ang boring na ng award
Yeah.
shows. Like
Mm.
even if excuse me, even if they pull off like sige, puro mega crew na yung mga parts, mga dancers nila and everything, and special effects, costumes, props, whatever. Like it's still so ang jogging lang
Planned.
rin niya sa. It's so
Uh,
Mm.
planned. It's so, like, it's all just towards the camera. Like, you can't hear idols anymore. Like, let's go, let's sing. Do, do, do. Like,
Mm.
I don't see
you
idols
don't
hyping up the audience.
you don't hear
Mm.
that
You know?
anymore because their mics are turned off, Chels.
Woo! I miss Big Bang! Whoa! My gosh! That's true. Ang galing mo doon. And, also, itatayin ka na rin doon yung frustration ko with mama and with, like, voting these days. It's
Yeah.
like the reason why award shows are so boring is because
Alam mo
we
na kung
all
sino.
know who's going to win anyways because of voting.
True.
That's
So
true.
that's why parang ganun, parang okay, whatever. O sila naman mananalo kasi they
Mm.
They're
they're
famous.
voting monsters. They're
Mm,
famous.
mm-mm.
So
Yeah.
it doesn't matter if another song was better, if another album was better, they're gonna win because they're more famous.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
I say
ganun
that a
like
whole I
ganun.
also say that a whole lot, and I've said this on the podcast, and I'm not scared of saying it as well. It's like I know for a fact that if BTS were to come back, like BTS would win everything, just everything. It's
Yeah.
like right now, and that's not a hit on them. I just know
Mm-mm.
for a fact that their fan base is super huge, massive
Mhm.
fan base, biggest fan base all time. You know,
Yeah.
that's not even arguable anymore. And we all know for a fact that they're gonna win, regardless of the fact if their song is a banger or not. Pero it helps them at least in recent times, in my point of view, because they've been releasing banger after banger after banger. At least in my point of view, I liked the recent BTS songs.
Mhm.
And now with their solo careers, like they've been collaborating with a lot of artists. Suga did um, with Psy, IU,
Mm.
you know, Jimin and Taeyang, Seven from Jungkook. So I'm there. It's like it's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Like I'm cool with it. If they're gonna win blank of the year, whatever. It's like kasi
Mhm.
they release banger after banger. Pero there are groups which, like what you said, we all know that Group B did so much better when it comes to music,
Yeah.
MV, performances compared to Group A. But because Group A is like hella up there when it comes to
Mhm.
popularity, they're bound to win. And wala
Yeah.
tayong magagawa dun. That's just how it is. It's a
Yeah.
popularity contest. It's an award show. So,
Mm.
that point taken for sure. Before we get to Ingrid, sabihin natin kung anong mga concerts yung pinanood mo na ano.
Gago.
I knew you'd ask that.
Let's just go with the concerts that I liked. Can we tapos
Sige. Tapos tignan na lang natin yung Instagram ni Chelsea kung ano yung mga pinanood niya na hindi niya sinabi. Yun
sige,
yun.
kung ganun kayo katyaga. Sige. But I'll just the ones that I liked, of course, Big Bang is up there.
Of
Always.
course. They're
Twice.
great live. They're great live, yeah.
Twice. I love Twice.
Gio, let's go.
Umiyak.
Yeah.
For fourth gen, I like Treasure. They were really good live singing and they were hyping up the crowd. It was a party. Um, yeah, I'll
They're
end it there.
YG. They're
They're
YG.
YG.
Kasi,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
YG.
Yeah, it's Big Bang, Twice, and Treasure. Okay, I went to an EXO concert then. I went to a lot of EXO concerts.
Yeah, because you're an XOL.
Because I'm an XOL. Yeah.
They're okay live. Hey, don't get me
Yun
wrong.
na
Like
lang.
they're okay live.
They're okay live. It's just that mas nag-enjoy lang talaga ako sa other concerts na yon.
Mm.
DKFC I also went. That was also a really good concert.
Yes. Yeah,
Ooh.
it was.
So,
Yeah, that's where they
yeah.
did Hawak Kamay. Yeah.
Umiyak. Yeah. So those are the concerts that I liked. Yun. I'll end it there.
I'm checking. I'm checking her Instagram right now. Like browsing.
Wala. Hindi ko pinost dyan yung iba.
So ibig sabihin, kapag hindi niya pinost, hindi niya nagustuhan. So, you'll probably get there.
Yep. Yep.
If
So
you
yeah,
snoop
Yeah.
hard enough, yeah.
yeah. Ingrid, any frustrations that was happening back then?
Um, I wouldn't say it's like a frustration, but like something I could get to a frustration later on. Pero I really miss when groups do, alam mo yung mukha silang dugyot na sa mga dance practices nila. Tapos yung mga damit nila na pawis sila. Alam mo yon, yung you could really see na, oh, this is just one of their training or rehearsals na, oh, this is
Yes.
like around 2 a.m. That famous like cloud, like blue and white background ng mga SM
SM.
artists. Na sobrang bata pa ng mga itsura nila. I really miss yung mga organic na dance practices because that's where you really see na, alam mo yung walang change ng camera. Kasi nowadays, like, although I'm not saying na I don't like them, it's like, it's just too highly produced nowadays yung mga dance practices ng mga fourth gen groups now. Parang you can't really, like, that's not really a dance practice. If you call it dance practice, it's like one shot and then you see all of the members dancing together in one take. So I really miss those. And like the one you guys mentioned earlier, like live singing, and then yung mga voting sa mama and everything. Parang I think fourth gen, parang wala silang, or like they can't really afford to make mistakes anymore. Like they have, like everything has to be so perfect. Like everything
Yeah.
has to, like the production has to be like so high now because they can't afford to, fuck up. Or they
Yeah.
can't afford to, like have at least one fan to criticize them. Kasi nga, I think before, like yung generation natin, which is second gen, ang daming like criticisms, ang daming mga backlash from like, hindi naman sila perfect. Like, pumipiyok naman sila. But then again, like what you said, you could really see na, oh, well, they're singing live. Like, you can't really, if you're having like complicated choreographies, you can't sing, alam mo yun, like, you can't sing that well. Like, maghihingalo ka talaga. But then, I think because of that, because of like all the responses from fans, like, fourth gen now or fifth gen groups now can't afford to
Yeah.
make a mistake. They're so media trained. Like they can't even interact with like the opposite sex because kakaroon ng scandals. I think that's what's so sad about what's happening now. Although mas toxic before, meron ding mga mga bagay now na, oh, something negative is starting again, just like that. Na parang
Mm-mm.
they're so media trained. Like we don't even know who they really are. Parang
Yeah.
anymore. You
Yun
can't
eh,
really
yeah.
see
Yeah.
like, sometimes it's nice then to see that they have flaws or like they can be a little bit parang they can look like civilians.
Mm-mm.
Like nowadays kasi they look
Someone
like
reachable.
AIs. Yeah, or they
Mm-mm.
don't look real. So yun yung namimiss ko, and now although I do appreciate and love it that they are so like dedicated and they put in so much effort with everything that they put out. I also miss like yung mga imperfections before na could really like say na these are real people as well. Parang
Mm.
ganon.
Mm. Yeah.
Probably that.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Agree. Yeah.
There are things that we hate, It's like and we pointed them out. And it's something that because we discussed this, I think as an older fan, newer fans should be a bit more open when it comes to imperfections. I think we put them at such a high pedestal
Mm-mm.
of they have to be this and it has to be this only. Na parang we tend to forget that these idols are human too. And it's so prevalent na sometimes you'll get to know idols like Moonbin, like Jonghyun, that think that sometimes it's it's a bit of a thankless job. Na parang yeah, it's like I'm reaching this level of success, pero yet they kind of still feel empty.
Mm-mm.
And that's why I feel that because they like, fans nowadays put them at such a high bar na parang they can't be less than perfect. Idols can't make mistakes, and when they do, that's where people just bang on them hard. It tends to affect them. Like we don't really know how it affects people,
Mm-mm.
and we've seen it over the years, and it's so prevalent in K-pop. And there, it's like Moonbin being probably the most recent one. I'm pretty sure that he's not going to be the last one.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, that's not going to be the case. But I think we just have to look into them at in a more humane way. We said this like in the previous episode, but yeah, just looking at them, it's like putting humanity in the on the idols like would definitely help them out, and that's why we want to see imperfections. That's why as
Yeah.
older fans, we want to see those imperfections. We want to see that raw, gritty idol. Kasi wala, it's like that's where we appreciate that. That's where you'll appreciate the totality of the talent.
Yeah.
And I
It's
think
also pretty funny to see them like that.
exactly, yeah,
Yeah.
it's like you can relate, and
Mm-mm.
making them relatable means that you look at them in a more humane way, and at the same time, like it gives them less pressure as an idol to be almost like every time performing at this bar. It's like sometimes we can put them there. It's like we can put
Mm.
them under, and
Mm-hmm.
that's fine because it's like you love the idols, and we all support them and whatnot, and that should be it. It's like we support them, that supposedly na looking at them in a more humane way and not
Mm.
putting them right there because it's
Mm.
not supposed to be. That's why we want to see the imperfections. That's why we want to see live singing. It's just how it is. I don't know.
Yeah. Also, I'll just put like some inputs because while we were talking and like we keep on we agree that we love the second gen. For us,
Yep,
second gen is the best gen. And I think all second gen stats can agree with us.
it's
And I
true.
think the reason why is because meron like when we became fans during the second gen, we were young, we had a lot of time, we
Mhm.
invested a lot of our time and our feelings during this time. So I feel like that's why we're so attached to it, because so much of us growing up, like K-pop had a big part in that. So that's why I think rin we're sobrang attached natin sa
Yeah,
second gen.
yung
And then
sobrang attachment. Eh.
pagdating kasi ng third, fourth, fifth gen, we started like we grew up and we started like we became a little more distant towards it. And I feel like that also has a role to play in why we're like, that's why second gen is nice, because that's where we were most involved with. So I feel like kaya kami ganito kasi yun yung na-experience namin. But maybe, yun nga, for those who entered during the third gen, during the fourth gen ngayon na, are still growing up in like, your kids, most likely, mga bata.
That's true.
For them, this would be probably like the best generation in K-pop, because this is the time wherein they're giving it their all. They're so invested in it and whatnot. But wala. Still for us, because we went through it, I think like second gen
We
has
lived it.
that special place in
Yeah.
our heart, because we went through all of that during that
Mhm.
time. So yun.
We also might be missing out. Like, it's like
Yeah,
we
that's
also
true.
might be missing
Exactly.
out. So it's
Exactly.
based on our personal experiences because we started K-pop at a younger age with all the time and energy, and the attachment that we had towards these idols are obviously gonna be a bit different than it's like I can't say in my right mind that Chelsea as a fan, her attachment to Treasure is like more than her attachment to Big Bang. It's just not possible. Yeah, it's not. Yeah. So I guess because we lived it, that's
Mm-hmm.
why we can say this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, final thoughts for the youngerlings, like when it comes to Gen 2, what's it's like if you can sum it up in one sentence, what's Gen 2 for you? Gen 2 is a trip that I hope everyone in the K-pop scene, whether you're an idol or you're a fan,
Mm,
maybe you can look into that.
Yeah.
mm, mm-mm.
And it hurts every time I see a comment stating na, oh, look, they're performing fucking, I don't know, it's like Bad Boy by Big Bang. What a classic. Fuck you, classic.
What?
Ang sakit sa puso. It's like, I
I
am
still
not that
listen to
old.
that.
Shit. It's
I
like if
love
you
that song.
I love that song. So no,
Yeah.
I'm offended because I feel old when they say Bad Boy is a classic.
The classic.
It's like, oh my god, that's like that was oh shit. That
It's
was
more than
there.
10 years ago, my guy.
Dude, it's almost 20 if you think about it.
Suck it.
No, almost
Yeah.
15, I think. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it's really cool.
Mm,
Like it's a journey.
mm, mm.
How about you? Just one sentence.
For me, I
Hmm.
think second gen should be respected. I mean, like, you don't have to praise them. You don't have
Mm.
to, like for you, they don't have to be the best for you,
Mm.
Mhm.
but you should at least still respect them and their accomplishments in its own right during that time. Don't wag niyong ibangga sa ano niyo ngayon, sa
Mm.
standards niyo ngayon, yung accomplishments nila nun kasi it's not the same. It was not the same. And I hope whenever we talk about second gen, um we approach it with respect because even the idols today, they respect these people. So hopefully we can do the same towards
Mhm.
second gen. So yeah.
Try not to slap anyone's face. And I said this on the podcast recently, Chels. It's like the standard may change, but the blueprint stays the same. Just saying. The
Per.
standards change. It's like back then, baka yung standard live singing, ngayon lip syncing na lang. It's cool. So that's why I get like a lot of flack here. But yeah, it's like, it's not the standard anymore. Live singing isn't the standard. So it's fine. Pero,
Mm,
you know, the blueprint has been laid down
mm,
years ago. And let's not downplay yung accomplishments ng previous, generations. I
mm,
think that's not for us to do.
mm,
If the idols that we love and respect that
Mm.
generation, then maybe we should do. Maybe let's look into it. Not even look into it. Just not downplay the accomplishments that they did. Because the idols are walking the walk right now because someone walked
Mm.
and failed.
yeah.
And they know now how to not fail.
Yes.
You know? Okay. Ingrid?
I don't really have like a sentence, but like um for me, I think at least like looking into second gen is an essential. So I'd say second gen is an essential if you're going to be a K-pop fan because like what you said, like what you guys said, almost if not all the groups nowadays, were inspired by those groups.
Mm,
So at least you could get a better understanding of the groups that you're standing now. If you also, consider looking into the groups that they grew up, idolizing as well. So yeah, that's probably it.
nice.
That's really cool. Yeah. Idols nowadays, they were fans too.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They were one of us.
Hmm.
So yeah. Looking at it like that would, yeah, definitely for sure. Yeah, and maybe it's like I like that word, essential.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start using it. Yeah. These groups are essential if you're in it for the long haul.
That's
So yeah,
true.
listen to
Yeah.
them. Cool. Yeah, basically that's the show. Thank you so much for listening. Chels,
Woo!
one more time, where can we find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Chelsea Toledo. You can find me on TikTok _Chelsea Toledo. our podcast, Spill the Soju K-pop podcast, on all your favorite podcast streaming platforms, at Spill the Soju Podcast, Instagram and Facebook, at SESPodPH on Twitter. There you go.
Check them out, guys. They're super cool.
Oh, kakadalaw lang ni Yuki sa amin, guys. So,
that's true.
Kita niya rin yun.
Yeah, check out that episode. So yeah, thank you so much for listening. And again, we'll see you again for the next episode. Peace, guys. Bye.
The Kingdom Podcast is brought to you by the Kingdom Podcast creative team, executively produced by Dustin Sese and presented by The Bunk Collective. You can find us on Facebook, X, Instagram, and TikTok at the Kingdom Pod PH. All episodes are available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. For inquiries, please email us at thekingdompodph@thebunkph.com. And don't forget to visit thebunkph.com/thekingdompodph. Thanks for listening to the show and see you next time.